One of the things I get to do as a minister of the church is to walk with people, walk with families through those key times in their lives. Weddings, as we do in our church tradition, baby blessings, or what we call dedications, but also sadly, funerals. But one of the things you learn is how families can fall out with one another as you meet with them at these occasions. And one of the key ways families fall out with one another can be about money, especially when it comes to funerals and inheritance and all of that. This week in our teaching, we're thinking about a story Jesus told that was prompted because a guy came up to him and said, "Teacher, tell my brother to give me my share of the inheritance." And Jesus said, "Who made me the arbiter between you?" And then Jesus told a parable, a story that said, actually, our life does not consist just of what we own. Even if what we're looking to own is our slice of land in the promised land. And the story went on to say there was a guy who his land produced an abundance of crops. He was already wealthy. He already owned lots of land. But this year, the harvest went wild. But rather than do what was right and distribute the crops to those in need, he wanted to build bigger barns and store up for himself more and more stuff so that he could just take it easy and kick back. Actually, he didn't do much to produce the bumper crop. It was the land that produced the crop. That's what Jesus says. And then the man gets a warning in a dream that he's going to die. And then what will happen to all the stuff that he's acquired? And then Jesus gives this line that we need to be rich towards God. It's not about just acquiring stuff in life. It's about being rich towards God. I wonder what the most valuable thing you own is. Maybe you're fortunate enough to own your own house. Maybe you're fortunate enough to own a car or something else. These are the things of economic value. But I guess for some of us, the most important thing and valuable things we own are actually sentimental things, things from our family, things we have inherited. Our life is not about the abundance of our possessions, despite what the advertisers may tell us, despite the culture we live in of materialism and acquiring more and more stuff. What does it mean for us to live lives where we're rich towards God, where we're generous in giving to the church, generous in helping those in need, where we're not just about storing up. Jesus said, don't store up for yourself treasures on earth. Where your treasure is, there is your heart. It's a challenge, especially for those of us in the West. Even if we don't think we've got much, we can want to hang on to what we've got. In our teaching this week, one of the phrases was, it's not about the money. Actually, it's about our heart. Will we be rich towards God? Will we be generous in our attitude? Will we receive God's kingdom, the new way of being that's not about your place in the promised land? This is our midweek thought. Back on this channel on Sunday for worship. Do come to our building here if you're able to, and love to see you. God bless, keep in touch, and take care.